Good morning, everybody. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monday. What is going on, everybody? It's Monday morning, 7:49 in the morning, and it's 40 degrees. So I hope everybody had a great weekend, got to relax, got to watch some football. We had two great games this weekend. Looks like Kansas City pulled it off. My son was pretty happy. He's a big Mahomes fan, so he was happy KC are going to the Super Bowl. And I was really surprised, man, that Detroit let that one slip away. I was really surprised. I was sure that Detroit were going to beat San Fran. That's how I was looking. I didn't see the end of the game because I had to go to bed. I heard it on the news this morning that Detroit lost, and I was like, oh my God, man, that's unbelievable. Because they haven't been to a Super Bowl, and it wasn't even called a Super Bowl back then. The last time they won a championship, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was 1955. So that's been quite a while for Detroit, man. I was rooting for them, believe me, I was, man. I would have liked to see them go to the Super Bowl. That would have been friggin' awesome, man. But I don't know how they lost the game, or how they messed up, or what happened, or I don't know, but I thought they were going to win that game yesterday. So, getting back to riding along with Dan. We're back at it Monday morning. I already did my first load. Working on my second. Working on my second load already. That was one of our Packer trucks heading out to start the route. So yeah, I am back at it, guys. Back at it Monday. Back at it Monday. School traffic starting up. So I'm trying to avoid all the heavy school traffic. I don't want to go on the main road to my left up there because there's a high school up there, and that traffic backs up like crazy early in the morning. So let me go back the back roads and work my way over to my next stop that I got to do. Those stops that I just finished were my after 7 a.m. stop, so I had to go back and get them. I don't want to go back and get them later because that parking lot's going to be packed with cars. And it's just going to be a nightmare trying to get in there. So today I discussed with you yesterday one of my topics, and it's a very important topic that I'm going to talk about today, and that is winter maintenance on your trucks, guys and girls. It's a very important routine that everybody needs to get into the habit of doing, and make it a habit at the end of all day that you do your post-trip inspection, you drain your air tanks, you make sure your tires are good, you make sure all your fluids are topped off, you do your paperwork, you write up your DVR, if you see anything wrong, make sure you write it down, and make sure you let the mechanic know. Also, at least once a month, maybe twice a month, but I would say once a month, please check the paperwork in your truck to make sure your insurance is good, your registration is good, your IFTA is good, your emission sticker is good. Make sure everything is up to date, because you don't want to get stopped out there by DOT and ended up getting a ticket for no stupid reason. So check your paperwork. Also check your fire hydrant, your fire extinguisher. Check your, make sure you got your spill kit. I have two of them on my truck, one in the toolbox on the back ICC bar, and I also have another one that's in here in the cab. So I have two. God forbid there was a hydraulic leak, that I am prepared and ready to go. So the other thing is, I mentioned paperwork. The other thing is very important too, that you take a walk around, make sure all your lights are working, your brake lights, your turn signals, your four-ways, everything is working. check them out too to make sure that everything is good. Also, walk around your truck, take a visual. It's very important, guys, to take a visual of your truck to make sure that there's nothing leaking underneath the front bumper. Because if there is, you're only going to make it hard on yourself the next day. Because if you break down and you didn't say nothing about it, well, that's on you. The other thing I want to talk about today is if you drive a front loader truck or a garbage truck, you need to clean out the body. It's a very important part of our job, and it has to be done. I keep talking about this. I see it from myself. Guys, do not do it. And it becomes an issue between the driver and the mechanic, because the mechanics are not going to go in there and clean out that crap. That's up to you. That's your job. That's your truck that you drive every day. That's your responsibility to make sure everything is up to par. The tires are good. There's no leaks. There's no air leaks. The body is cleaned out. Because if you blow a hose in the body, right, and you get all that garbage compacted around them hoses, those mechanics are not going to clean that out. Because honest to God, it's really not their job. Their job is to go in there, fix that hose, put it back together so you can get back on the road. It is not their job to go in there and fix that hose. It is not their job to clean out the back of a garbage truck. No, I'm sorry. That is not their job at all. That is on you, my friend. That is something that you need to do. Maintenance is a big part of not just the garbage industry, okay, not just garbage trucks, but tractor trailers, machinery, everything you need to take care of. Because if you take care of it, it's going to take care of you. Maintenance is very, very important today, guys, on any vehicle that you do. Even your own personal car. You have to check the oil, right? You have to check the air in the tires. You got to make sure that there's gas in the car so you can go places. There's a lot of stuff that you need to do to make sure that car is roadworthy and safe to be put on the road. These are all things that needs to be done. Like yesterday, I noticed on my pickup truck, the windshield washer fluid light come on. So that means I was low on washer fluid. And especially this time of year, you definitely need windshield washer fluid. That's another thing I check on this truck every day is the windshield washer fluid. I also check my oil. Also on the side of the overflow tank, there's a sight glass that you can see the level of the antifreeze in this truck. In this particular case, we use the red antifreeze. Some trucks, they use the green antifreeze. Don't ask me what the difference is. Maybe it's a different grade. I don't know. But we use the red. So a lot of times when I take my walk around the truck, I look at the sight glass to make sure I can see that antifreeze. And if I don't see it, I make sure I let the truck cool down, open up the cap slowly, because that gets pressurized when the antifreeze is hot. So you need to be careful when you open that. Always wear a glove. But always check your antifreeze, always check the level, check the oil level, pull the dipstick, wipe it off, put it back in, and check to make sure your oil level is good. Alright? Another thing that you got to make sure that you check out is also the inside of your cab. Is it clean? Is there garbage laying on the floor? And also, if you work with your helpers and you're in the same truck every day, make sure you tell your helpers, listen, this is not a garbage dump, okay? The garbage dump is behind us. Any garbage, put it in the back of the truck. It's very important to get that point across that this is a piece of equipment. First of all, it's not yours. You're a driver for a company, and they expect you to have respect for their equipment. No matter what year it is, no matter what type of truck it is, you've got to have respect. I was interior of my cab. You can see I overhauled the dashboard. I cleaned the floor, this side, that side. I clean the windows. I make sure everything is good. There's nothing that I do not do to make sure that this road is ready to go every day. It's very important, guys. Maintenance is key to keeping the truck running. And I can't stress that enough. Even after safety meetings, I bring it up about maintenance on the truck, about what a driver's job is, his responsibilities. The responsibility for a driver is to take care of that truck every day, day in, day out, okay? So that's a topic I wanted to bring up today because it's very important for most drivers that if you don't know where the oil dipstick is, you don't know where the transmission dipstick is, go in and ask the mechanic. He'll show you where it is. That won't be an issue. And as a matter of fact, by doing these little jobs, by checking the oil and checking the transmission fluid, you're actually helping out the mechanic, so now he doesn't have to do it. Okay? The only reason you would have to go to the mechanic and say, listen, I checked the oil and it's telling me that the oil is low. Okay?